From 50 nations all over the world, people of different races and nationalities, ranging from National Assembly members to government officials, journalists, and religious leaders, have all gathered here. Figures. What is the reason for this gathering?
I have come to Korea, the fatherland, to celebrate the birthday of the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, Father and Mother Moon.
I also want to greet Dr. Moon, give her my best wishes, and recognize the recent birthday that she shares with her late husband.
Let me first and foremost congratulate Mrs. Moon, at least in still house, and late Reverend Moon, who is away, but his ideas and philosophies are still alive today.
There is only one reason why these people have gone the extra mile: to be here to remember the lives of Reverend Myung Moon and Dr. Hakja Han Moon.
People remember him as a leader of peace and as a leader who really loved the whole world.
Message of unification, the message for humankind.
We talk about the peace and climate change like a disaster.
We came here to sign the Declaration of Peace.
To come here to listen and of course to deliberate on issues which is of important to the world, which is peace.
All of these individuals have determined to develop a bond of empathy and cooperation in the name of peace. All those in attendance are world-class figures, leaders from around the world, gathered to discuss the pending issues that continue to hinder peace, such as peace and stability on the Korean Peninsula and climate change. This task was made possible due to Reverend Myung Moon and Dr. Hakja Han Moon's special exchanges with these political leaders.
지구상의 평화 세계를 실현시키기 위해서는
During this time, they made strong determinations to achieve world peace by meeting with high-level leaders, especially politicians, and changing their ideology and thinking so that their political policies would be directed toward world peace rather than their own national interests. They met with these leaders of the global arena so that they could foster the type of leadership necessary for world peace.
그들의 마음을 사기 위한 활동을 했다고 생각되어집니다.
Reverend Myung Moon and Dr. Hakja Han Moon began meeting directly with these top leaders during the 1971 speaking tour in America.
하나님께서 200년간 준비하신 미국은 크게 각성하고 하나님께서 분부하신 중차대한 세계적 사명을 다하여야 할 것입니다.
This message spread beyond the general public and captivated American politicians. Reverend and Mrs. Moon became religious leaders who communicated with U.S. presidents and world top leaders. It successfully led the confused American society to a spiritual revolution. They continued on to South America to stop the spread of communism. They created Causa, a gathering of former heads of state, laying a foundation for peace in South America. The South American leaders welcomed them warmly.
A man of peace, a man of belief, and at the same time he was an important investor in the country. Then I met him in New York, and I have been very often participating in the activities of the Peace Foundation.
Their desire for world peace expanded to the Soviet Union. In April 1990, they met with Soviet President Gorbachev, although their two nations did not even have diplomatic ties. This historical meeting played a role in the collapse of communism. Throughout the 21st century, their peace movement began spreading in a long-divided territory. Their message of peace excluded neither Africa, which was suffering from civil war, nor the Middle East, which was experiencing endless bloody conflict. Even in this area known as the Powder Keg, they went beyond the religious conflict and opened a path to harmony and forgiveness. This is how they created a global network for the sake of building a peaceful world. On February 15th, 150 current lawmakers from 41 nations attended the International Leadership Conference. During the conference, leaders discussed detailed plans for fostering the unification of the Korean Peninsula and protecting the threatened ideal of world peace.
If parliamentarians of the world join together in harmony and cooperation, we can transform this current reality of our world, creating a world of joy, harmony, and lasting peace.
Here, the Parliamentarians' Federation for World Peace was agreed upon, and each nation promised to send their cooperation and continuous support for peace on the Korean Peninsula and around the globe. Next, each nation's National Assembly representatives headed toward Imjingak, the site of the division between North and South Korea.
I'm here really to see what is it that is required to make peace between South and North and to have a reunification.
Over there, that's North Korea, those houses. They have to go beyond the mountain.
Oh, okay.
Reverend Sun Myung Moon and Dr. Hak Ja-han's footsteps of peace and unification extended into North Korea. Reverend and Mrs. Moon visited Pyongyang in 1991, which was long before the meeting between the heads of South and North Korea. It was unprecedented for a South Korean figure to pay an official visit to North Korea and meet with Premier Kim Il-sung. This meeting led to the reunification of families displaced by the war, North Korea's acceptance of nuclear inspections, and the development of Mount Kumgang. Unfortunately, in 25 years of the historical meeting, South and North Korea are facing high tension because of North Korea's nuclear and missile tests. However, the work for peace and unification continues. These efforts led to the opening ceremony of the Peace Road in Imjingak, marking the beginning of peace and unification. This event symbolized the hope for reopening exchange between North and South Korea to bring about peace on the Korean Peninsula. On this day, participants rode bicycles for peace, starting at Imjingak and ending at the Unification Bridge, the access road to the Kaesong Industrial Complex. The road of global exchange that Reverend Sun Myung Moon and Dr. Hak Ja-han Moon pioneered in the name of peace still continues today. We were able to meet with these political leaders from all over the world once again at the Cheongshim Peace Gapyeong, Gyeonggi-do.
Event is quite famous all over the world, and so from Nepal we have 17 members of parliament come together representing 10 different political parties. We come here to celebrate the birthday of Reverend Dr. Sun Myung Moon and Mrs. Dr. Hak Ja-han Moon.
This celebration of their birthday has a special meaning or significance this year because for the very first time in the history of the celebration of the birthday of true parents, we celebrated it in a Christian church in the United States of America, ushering in a new expression of Christmas with the birth not only of God's only begotten Son, but also God's only begotten daughter in the persons of Father and Mother Moon.
All of these people have traveled near and far to celebrate the birthday of Reverend Sun Myung Moon and Dr. Hak Ja-han Moon, who stand as both peace activists and religious leaders. Even after Reverend Sun Myung Moon's ascension, Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon continues to lead this peace movement. In what way does this peace movement resonate with these people?
아버님의 탄신을 축하하기 위해서 오신 여러분 귀빈들 대단히 감사합니다. 우리의 운동은 세계가 하나 될 수 있으며 인류의 꿈을 이루어 줄 수 있는 통일 운동인 것입니다. 50개국에서 오신 국회의원들 자국이나 세계를 위해서 기여해 주시길 바랍니다.
I believe it's because Reverend Moon lived a life where he lived for the sake of others. So people who have had contact with him over the years through our many conferences and organizations that were created by Reverend and Mrs. Moon, they know that.
It is because Reverend Sun Myung Moon's peace movement is based on an understanding that theory and practice go hand in hand. I believe we all gathered here today because we have a common desire to contribute to this movement in our respective fields, based on a thorough ideological foundation. Reverend Sun Myung Moon and Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon have also expressed their concerns regarding climate change. They believe that humankind must address the issue of natural disasters caused by climate change. After Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon established the Sanhak Peace Prize Committee, the first recipients of the prize were individuals who are dealing directly with the food crisis and climate change issues.
This award gives me the added energy to pursue my lifetime goals of contributing for a peaceful society through alleviation of hunger and poverty.
I wish to begin by taking a moment to pay very special tribute to the late Reverend Sun Myung Moon and to Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon for their lifelong vision and work, which is underpinned by the ultimate goal of achieving global peace for all.
There is also a lot of investment being made in future generations. In 2013, Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon allocated funds for a scholarship foundation. Through this foundation, students are able to reflect on the meaning of peace and pursue their dreams of becoming future leaders.
I was very happy to receive this scholarship because ever since I was little, I wanted to come to Korea. I have made many friends here, and now I understand what one family under God really means.
I want to continue to really see how we can unite the world, how we can be one family under God.
Dr. Moon awarded scholarships totaling 10 billion won to 2,000 students from 68 nations, including students of other religions, such as Christianity, Buddhism, and Islam. Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon does not hesitate to support the youth in becoming individuals of excellence who practice the ideals of service and peace.
여러분들이 각 분야에서 꿈을 키워서 이 오염된 지구를, 자연 세계를 치유해야 되겠습니다.
Reverend Sun Myung Moon faced many unfair and unjust situations throughout his lifetime. However, he practiced reconciliation and forgiveness every single time.
Kind of really touching how he looked at the situation and really gave us great pride.
Reverend and Mrs. Moon also garnered massive attention in the Soviet Union as a global peace activist and religious leader. What kind of world did they envision? Reverend Sun Myung Moon and Dr. Hak Ja Han envisioned a future world in which we lived as one family under God. The foundation of this kind of world would be an ideology that goes beyond factions, races, nations, and tribes. How can we build this kind of world? What Reverend and Mrs. Moon emphasized the most was not religion, but the family. The blessing ceremony began as a means to create true families. Since 1960, the marriage blessing ceremony has served as the path to a peaceful society as a human family.
가정이 온전해야
I look at it like this. The family must be whole in order for the society, nation, and world to be whole.
그 참된 가정을
Family Federation is working to establish true families through the international and cross-cultural marriage blessing. On February 20th, 3,000 couples from around the world participated in the Holy Blessing Ceremony at Cheongshim Peace World Center.
I'm Jarell, I'm from Israel.
My name is Johannes, I'm 23 years old and I'm from Holland.
I'm from Moldova, my name is Sergei Chervinsky.
My name is Elmira, from Russia.
I can see many international couples here, and it's not that easy to overcome the differences, but yeah, everybody make efforts, so that's beautiful, I think.
It's our wedding, but it's also we get to share this precious moment with so many other people, and we just get to be so happy with everyone else as well.
This is a wedding that transcends nationality, race, language, and culture. These couples believe that this type of marriage will put an end to conflict and bring peace.
People begin to realize that, we're all the same. It doesn't matter the color of our skin or hair or eyes. In the end, we're all people.
It breaks the borders and it brings races together, which is a good thing because it will bring world peace.
This dream of a peaceful world as one human family continues under the leadership of Dr. Hakja Han Moon.
전 세계 축복가정 식구 여러분, 인류 한 가족의 꿈이 이루어질 수 있는 중요한 시점에 있게 됨을 여러분들은 명심하기 바랍니다.
Reverend Myung Moon and Dr. Hakja Han Moon believe that the divisions seen in our world cannot be resolved through politics, economics, or religion. It can only be resolved through the family. Their dream is of one human family, living in a peaceful world. Others now walk the same path for human peace that Reverend and Mrs. Moon have walked. They honor and praise Reverend Myung Moon and Dr. Hakja Han Moon as they continue to move forward step by step. With the effort and devotion of these individuals, the day when all humankind will be able to enjoy a peaceful world will soon appear before our very eyes.